This is Ron Woody. It's August the 13th, 2024. I'm out here at the cemetery yard. I want to give a couple of updates on some things that's been going on. But first of all, let me reverse this camera and let you listen to the bees if you can in the field here. I hope you could hear that. There's a lot of honeybees here. I'm not sure if they're getting water or what, but we're glad they're out here working. This yard yesterday, I treated with oxalic acid. It is a 3 treatments. You first day, 5 days later, and then 10 days later, you'll have the treatments of the oxalic acid. So all of these, there's not any honey production equipment on. What we did after we did our extraction, robbing the bees, getting the honey, we put the boxes back on. We put them above the inner cover. That allows the bees to come up and clean it up, and it keeps them from cutting the wax out. Now, one thing we did have is we had 2 hives that had enough honey, and I think one of them maybe even robbed one out that we had to let go. They had enough honey in it that we distributed those frames onto some of the new supers, which you can see, so you can't tell which ones are new, but there's 3 in this yard that are brand new. Over at Nairmore Farms, and we did a video on it, we have a trailer over there with 9 colonies. Some of them are splits, and some of them were new swarms. So these colonies, 16 of them, were treated with oxalic acid. All of our other bees we treated with Varroa this year. We put strips in about a week ago. Again, there's no honey production equipment on any of our colonies now, and we're treating for the Varroa mite. Once the treatments for the Varroa mite's over, we'll probably come in all these and put shims on top. We'll put the shims on the top box, and we'll put the inner cover back on, and then the top, of course. That shim will be used in the event we need to do some liquid feeding a little bit later in the fall, and then we'll leave the shim on to put sugar bricks on, just as a emergency resource if they need it. All these look good. Now, 2 days ago we took off the supers which they were cleaning up, and we got to do the inspection of the hives the best we could. We could just basically look at them and see the number of bees, and all of these 16 look exceptionally well. Our other hives, like I said, we have treated with the Varroa, and we take those off after about 50 days of them being a hive. We have 3 hives at Nairmore Farms that we have not treated. Maybe I take it back, we've treated 1 of them, 2 of them we haven't. The 2 we haven't, we have a couple of honey supers on those because of the pumpkins, and we may get a little fall pumpkin honey. We had about 471 pounds, which I think is about 38 gallons of this year, and we've sold most of it, except we keep some back for Christmas and some presents and various things. But anyway, this is just an update. I hadn't done one in a while. These bees look good. They were bringing in pollen when I was in them the other day. Some of it was white pollen, which I think was maybe nettle. And then you had some yellow pollen, which was probably goldenrod, which blooms this time of year. But anyway, again, Ron Woody, and it is August the 13th, 2024.